you the one from the app? Oh, you are. Good. I always just want to make sure that I'm not sitting at the wrong table. You don't mind if I sit here, do you? Great. I'm glad to see everything's in order. This is a really nice place you chose. What coffee place is this? Ah, sorry, I didn't really get a good look of it when I went in. But that's a really good choice. I like coffee. Well, I did like coffee when I was alive. Now it doesn't really do much for me. Say, this place actually is fairly nice, and these seats are comfy. Oh, you want to ask some things about me? Of course. I'm always open to questions. Huh? Do I like to eat brains? No, no. Though that is a funny stereotype. No, I'm not gonna go all, I want your brains. I want your brains. I'm not gonna do that to you. Unless you're into that. I'm joking. No. Zombies are like you. Some, I guess, could be cannibalistic, I guess. But we don't eat humans. We eat normal food. It's just our internal processes are a little slower and we're a little degraded. You know, being a zombie. Being a member of the undead, though, several things, I guess, that probably wouldn't be good for us. Holy light, it burns us. We can't really handle fire too well. And holy water burns us as well, since, we're undead. Not supposed to be alive. Oh, you have another question? Oh, the clothes I'm wearing. You see, I died during the Revolutionary War, and was brought back during the New Age or the Revolution. So my body in itself is older, and the clothes I'm wearing, they're kind of the nicest clothes I had on hand. But I hope these 80s aesthetic clothes don't bother you too much. Oh, they don't? That's good. Let me ask some questions about you now, if you don't mind. What attracted you to the app? Ah, that's great. And what about my profile made me seem interesting? Ah, that's a very good choice to choose someone over. I was interested in you because, you seem to be open about most monsters. You said you had dated a Drider before, and had even dated a Lamia, I think you said on your profile. So yeah, I find that very interesting. Huh? Oh no, that doesn't bother me. My arm sometimes just comes a little bit undone. Just let me sew it back. There we go. Sorry about that. Is your tea good? That's good. I enjoy my tea. Tea's good. It's too bad it doesn't really affect me anymore. I don't really get the calming effects. It's just the flavor now. Oh, you want to ask me another thing? Of course. What's up? My skin color. Oh, yes, I guess it does seem a bit more paler, greener kind of color. Well, when you're alive, your body's always producing chemicals to keep your skin a certain color. Well, since I'm alive, my body's no longer producing that, hormone. What do I eat? Oh, like I said earlier, I eat meat. I can't really be a vegetarian. But don't worry, I'm not going to go up and start eating you randomly. No, I guess some early age zombies might have from like 100, 200 years ago, but thanks to being very close to humans and being very close to other monster species, Zombies have gained a higher intelligence. Of course, we're not going to be teachers or scholars or anything, but we have common intelligence, I would say. Yeah. Oh. Um, you want to head out? Of course. Thank you for. Oh, you want me to come with? Oh, that's good. I thought you were canceling the date. Let's go. Yeah, this is the local graveyard. This is actually where I was revived here. Do I remember anything of my past life? Not very much, no. I died over 200 years ago, and so my memory of all that stuff is kind of hazy. I know I was shot, and I bled out, but I don't know why or what. But since it happened during the war era, I'm willing to bet I was a soldier. But I have no memories of that time, so I can't really talk much about it, sadly. Oh, you don't need to feel sorry. It's not something I feel strongly about, really. It's just unfortunate. You could have a whole bunch of history to write down about someone's experience in war, but most zombies from that era don't have any memory. And the ones that do seem to have gone insane and gone kind of cannibalistic. So maybe it's a good thing I don't have that memories. Because if it's driving zombies to become cannibals, then maybe it's not a good idea. How come I don't eat humans? Well, I have a brain. Ironic as that is, give me your brain. It's really not a big deal, honestly. Although being out here in the graveyard, you've got to be feeling somewhat chilly or bothered, right? I mean, you're basically standing with a bunch of dead people. Are there spirits here? Somewhat. Being a member of the undead, I can sense them. But most of them have died recently. Well, recently being 100 years. So they haven't been able to gain a physical form yet. They're still incorporeal. Will he ever get a physical form? Oh, well, of course. They'll eventually amass so much energy from living people that they will be able to get a fully functioning form. Huh? Oh, well, ghosts, spirits, they need to absorb life energy. Slowly, they'll absorb it into their body naturally. From trees, humans, dogs, cats, other monsters, electricity, pretty much everything can give it off as long as something that with life has touched it. It'll absorb it. And it's not giving them much, but in a couple hundred years, most of these spirits will gain a physical form and be able to wander around. How was I revived? Well, it wasn't through the usual methods. Long time ago, 100 years, I guess, there was this necromancer. I forget her name exactly, but they took a bunch of dead humans, what I used to be, and morphed them into different creations, combining different cells and different corporeals and different body parts into these creatures. Well, I was one of the experiments of that. They grabbed my dead body, and they fused it with another one person's soul, but my soul was still in the body. So when it did that, they basically forced me to rob the other person of all their life essence, effectively erasing that soul out of existence, but bringing my body to life. When I was revived, they were under the assumption that I was a completely different person, but they were deeply disappointed when they found out I wasn't. And then, well, they tried to unalive me. But during that time, my mind wasn't there yet, so I was pretty feral. I bit into them and ended up ripping out their throat. Still shudder at that. Oh, no, you don't need to worry now. I have a mind, and I've gone intelligent and I'm not feral anymore. But that's why you don't mess with spirits. And you let them grow naturally. Because when you force something to happen, bad things happen with souls. I'm sorry, this conversation got grim. Oh, you gotta head home? I see. Well, thank you on going on a date with me. It was very fun and interesting. Hopefully you think about me later? Okay. Bye.